YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to J Win Rods. Today in this video, I just want to discuss what I'm going to do next on the bike. As you can see, the fairing, the side fairing, I just took the side fairing off. This part right here was leaking, so I just replaced the gasket. I know in the last videos I was wanting to do the clutch mod. I wasn't, comfortable with doing it, but I did a lot of studies, a lot of research. So in the midst of it, I'm wanting to replace the clutch. So I kind of want to discuss, how to do the clutch before I actually start the process. And at the same time, after I do the clutch, I will be doing a clutch mod. So I'm wanting to replace the fibers and I guess the metal plates. Kind of want to discuss how to actually do this. So I actually have this book right here. This book is pretty good. Some things you have to do some research on, because some of the things in this book, it's kind of hard to understand. So, and I made some notes right here. I don't know if y'all can actually see what I wrote, but this is the kit that I have, the clutch plate kit. This is what I'm going to be using. I know a lot of people said that they received this clutch plate kit and the gasket didn't come with it. Now the thing is, I thought the gasket didn't come with it either, but what it is that you're gonna have to pull this whole thing out, right? And the gasket is going to sit. I'm gonna show you. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. You have to pull this whole thing out like this, and the gasket is going to sit on the back. The thing is, you won't be able to see it, which is crazy. So once you pull this whole thing out of the box, you're gonna see that the gasket is going to sit on the back, actually, and it's actually going to come in the plastic and cardboard like so, and that will be the gasket. So hopefully y'all didn't throw the box away thinking y'all didn't get the gasket, because y'all actually probably just threw the gasket away. So to explain how to do this clutch right here, I'm gonna go into more detail when I start taking it apart, but you have two different fibers and all the other fibers are the same. There's going to be two different ones, okay? And then you'll have two thick metal plates, two thick ones. All right, the part numbers are the same, and then all these other metal plates are thin. Okay. All right, cool. So what's happening is, when you take all the fibers and the metal plates out of here, you have both of these are thick, but you have one that's thinner than the other. This one is wide, this one is thin, but they're both thick. All these are thin, both of these are thick. So when you take all the fibers and metal plates out, you're gonna have what should I call it, two metal rings back, all the way to the back. Leave those in. I mean, if you have to replace them, replace them. If you don't, leave those in. When you leave those in, this will, the thin one is thick, but the thin one will be the first one that goes in. Be the first one. After that, of course, is going to be metal plate, fiber, metal plate, fiber, metal plate, back and forth. Okay, but this will be the first one, the first fiber to go in. Okay, all these fibers and all these fibers will go in the same slot. This one right here is the thick one, but it's wide. This will be the very last one, or the very first one towards you, or the very last one that you replace, that you place in the clutch. But it will go in a different slot. But this is going to be the very last one. So remember, these two right here are different, right? Then these are the thin ones. These are the thick ones. But the one that's more narrow, that's the one that goes in first. The thick, narrow one goes in first. And the wide, thick one will go in last. It will go in last. Okay. Now for these right here, the plates. Now, I don't know how to explain this, but these would be number 4 and 5 metal plates that you put in. So say if you put in this fiber, right, and then you'll go in and put this metal plate, which is the thin one, which would be number 1, and then you'll put a thin fiber, and then you'll put the number 2 thin metal plate, and then you'll put a thin fiber, then you put another one of the thin one metal plate, that's the 3rd one, so on and so forth. Now when you get to the number 4th metal plate, it will be the thick one, and then when you get to the 5th metal plate, it'll be the thick one. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So it'll be 4 and 5, right? And then of course you will keep putting in the thin fibers and then the thin metal plates. After you put these thick ones in, you will go back and forth with the metal plates. Now I don't know if it makes sense to y'all, but I will be recording in the next video, actually doing it, actually replacing the fibers in the metal plates. But as you go back and forth, then this one right here will be the last one you put in. This is the thick, wide one. This is gonna be the last one you put in. You're gonna start off with a fiber. After those metal rings in the back, you're gonna start off with a fiber. You're gonna end off with a fiber. But you're gonna start off with a thick fiber, which is the narrow one, and you're gonna end with the thick, wide one. And then of course the thick metal plates, like I said, it would be the 4th one and 5th one that you put in. All right, it'd be the 4th one and 5th one. You're gonna go thin, thin, thin. That's 3. Then you're gonna go thick, thick, and then the rest thin. Okay, but it's a thing of going fiber, metal plate, fiber, metal plate, just like that. Okay. It actually shows you in the book, as you can see, you got a number 12, which is different. All right, it's different from hold on, give me a second. It's different from the 10. So you got a whole bunch of 10s. This is the 12. And then notice that very first fiber is an 8. All right, these are the only 2 that's different. All right, the only 2 that has a different number than all the other ones are 10s. And then of course with the metal plates, you're gonna see that you have the metal plates are all 9s. 9s of the metal plate, and then 9s up here. But guess what? You have 1 metal plate, 2 metal plates, 3 metal plates. Now watch the 4th and the 5th one. Then you have the 4th metal plate, and the 5th metal plate is 11. And then it goes back to 9s. You see? So you got the 1 metal plate, 2 metal plates, 3 metal plates, all 9s. And then it turns to 11, which is the thick ones. 4, 5. Then you go back to your thin metal plates. So that's your metal plates. Now notice your fibers again. You got a number here. This is the first fiber you're going to put in, which is the narrow, thick one. It's going to be a 12. And then notice that all the other fibers are 10s. All the other ones are 10s. And then notice that very last one you put in is an 8. That's the wide, thick one. Dang. Okay, this is about to go off.